Hello there, I'm Jen and I make innovative English Lit study videos on Shakespeare, poetry, fiction, literary ideas and more to help you become a literary expert. So if that sounds like what you need, then make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you never miss out on my future weekly videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use AI to speed up and supercharge your inspector calls revision. Now, an inspector calls is a funny one because since I first started this channel years ago, I've received lots of requests to do AIC content, but I've been reluctant to do this largely because there's already so much solid and sufficient for GCSE purposes analysis out there on this play, which in my opinion isn't extremely deep or difficult, at least not deep in the sense of requiring a whole lot of extensive in-depth analysis if you're just studying for GCSE level. And I think 95% of people who are reading the play are. That said, I've noticed that despite the amount of study content on AIC out there on the web, many students continue to struggle to write good essays on this play. So what's going on, right? Well, one major reason is that writing good literature essays isn't really just about how much analysis material or study notes you've memorized. It has much more to do with whether or not you can put all the analysis and points together into a cogent, convincing argument which helps you answer the exam question, right? That's why in this video today, I'm going to take a different approach to helping you out with AIC revision. And we're going to focus more on putting together an argument rather than coming up with analysis, and how we can now do this much more efficiently with the use of AI tools, right? So I've said this before in my other AI for learning videos, but it really begs repeating. AI tools are a study aid and companion, and just as it is very powerful at certain things like coming up with clear essay plans in seconds, which I'm going to go on to show you in a bit, it's also not as good and sometimes even rather problematic at other things which you as a human being are much better off doing yourself with your teachers, right? Like coming up with unique analysis and reflecting on how the characters and the play or this text resonate with your personal experiences. But like it or not, we are at a point in history now where AI has advanced to a stage where not really using it for your own benefit would mean falling behind. And I would hate for you to miss out on using smarter, savvier ways of studying. So with that, let's dive straight into my first AI hack for you to level up your AIC revision. Now, one of the things that AI is great at is spotting patterns and trends based on which it can project possible developments in the future. So we can actually use this on our past papers, whereby we'd extract all the exam questions about AIC from as far back as, say, 2017 to the most recent available year, 2023, compile them in the list, and then ask the AI to extrapolate the key themes covered throughout the years, and then ask it to suggest possible themes that might appear in future exams. So you see that I've compiled the full list of AIC questions from the AQA past paper bank right here. So now, based on this list, I can ask the AI to help extrapolate the key themes that have been featured on the exam from previous years, and then consider what other theme and or character questions might be featured on this year's exam. So make sure you also attach the PDF of the playtext, which you can easily find online. So here is my prompt. I'm studying this play, An Inspector Calls by J.B. Priestley, for my GCSE English Literature course. Below is the list of exam questions on this play from 2017 to 2023 and all the specimen papers. And then I'll insert the questions that I've compiled, extrapolate the key themes that have been featured on the exam, and consider what other theme and or character questions on this play might be featured on this year's exam. Present your information in a clear and organized way for my ease of reference when revising. And here's the AI's response. Now that I have all the previously covered and projected key themes summarized, in addition to the suggested essay questions, I can proceed to structure my revision plan around them. The next step then would be to ask the AI to extract 5 key quotes per theme, which I can use in my practice essays. So I'll ask, provide me with 5 of the most relevant quotes for each of the key themes you have identified from the play. Make sure that the 5 quotes per theme are sourced from throughout the play and not just one section of it. Boom! And there you have it. Full sets of quotes per theme or character for you to use when writing up your essays. This is obviously a game changer for sourcing textual evidence and organizing your notes, because whereas previously you'd probably have to pore through the entire text page by page or else watch a lot of key quotation YouTube videos, now you can use an LLM, an AI like this, to give you full lists of quotes categorized by themes and characters, all in under a minute. Now, by far the biggest challenge that students face when it comes to their lit exams is putting together a cogent, well-structured essay, where one paragraph flows logically from another to ultimately present a convincing and well-supported argument. I hear and see this all the time, as lots of students would regurgitate a whole bunch of quotes, but then fail to illustrate just how these quotes help answer the question, or else their paragraphs would just be in this disjointed jumble where there seems to be no logical link between one section and another, regardless of just how many quotes they've stuffed in. One way to address this problem is to ask the AI to help come up with suggested essay outlines based on the sample questions that it's provided, so that students can see what a logically organized essay should look like, what they should focus on first before moving on to the next point, how to formulate a thesis statement versus topic sentences, and gain a clear sense of what information should go where in the entire essay. So say for instance, right, I'd like to work on a practice essay question, and I'd pick the topic, how does Priestley present the consequences of ignorance in An Inspector Calls? Now right away my mind goes into a scramble, and I find my mental tentacles just reaching for all kinds of characters and wondering who's ignorant and what they've done, etc. But instead of letting chaos reign in my head, what I could do instead is to ask the AI to help present a clear framework which lays out section by section, point by point, of a suggested essay that I can then adopt. Say I wanted to get the top level, right, level 6. So I want to provide the AI with all the descriptors of a level 6 response, which I can reference from the AQA marking scheme. So let's continue with our prompting along these lines. I'd like to work on the essay topic, how does Priestley present the consequences of ignorance in An Inspector Calls, as practice, but I'm not sure how to structure it in a way that would secure me a level 6 top level mark. Below are the exam board's descriptors for a level 6 response on An Inspector Calls. Based on them, please come up with a clear essay structure for me to use as reference when writing the essay. And then of course I'd include all of the assessment objective descriptors and the level 6 descriptors too. So let's now see what the AI comes up with. So you'll see that right away the AI has broken down each section into separate components that I must address in order to hit all the requirements of the assessment scheme. And what's great is that it's very clearly arranged each paragraph into a flow of topic sentence followed by evidence, then AO2 analysis and AO3 context, before concluding with a link to the consequences part of the question. This ensures that the student is made aware of exactly whether they have included each assessment objective in their analysis of each point. Now, with this crystal clear structure, what students can now do is to write up a practice essay according to this structure. And if it helps you, you can even juxtapose this structural outline next to the essay on the same screen, so that at every point of your writing, you are hyper aware of hitting each item in the structure. Is this really the best, most sophisticated way to write an essay? Frankly, no. But does this help clarify simplify for students how they should structure a well-organized essay and help them overcome the fear of the blank page when faced with nothing more than just an essay question? Yes. So the point here is that the more students write with this structure and flow in mind, the more comfortable and familiar they are likely to be with putting together a logically presented answer themselves. And eventually you'll be able to do this on your own and to add sophistication and flair to your writing with these foundational skills now sorted. So the next step I would suggest is for students to write up their essays based on the AI suggested flow and to do it under timed conditions, say writing it up in no more than 30 minutes. I'd recommend setting a time limit that's slightly shorter than the one on the actual exam actually, because you're doing it with additional support already, i.e. the AI's provided structure. But in the real exam, you're going to have to be coming up with your own structure, of course, which hopefully, having reviewed quite a few of these suggested structures by then, you'll be able to do on your own. So the point of this exercise is for students to write with a guided framework and to realize that when it comes to writing a GCSE level English Lit essay, it's really quite formulaic, and the more you practice writing according to this structural formula, the more you'll be able to get the hang of doing it yourself when time comes for the exam. There's sophisticated literary criticism, and then there is GCSE exam essays, right? For the purpose of something like an Inspector Course GCSE exam essay, it's the latter that we're looking at. So using an AI to demystify and clarify the process is going to be super helpful for a lot of students. And there you go, guys. That is how you can now use AI to analyze exam paper question trends, predict future possible questions, organize quotations by themes and characters, and create clear essay structures for speed writing practices, all in under a minute combined. All you need to do is to know how to prompt or ask the AI in the right way, which you can of course reference from the way I've done in this video. This is incredible stuff in terms of leveling your revision efficiency and effectiveness, so make sure you try it out. You can do this for other GCSE texts like Macbeth, Frankenstein, Lord of the Flies, etc. So let me know how it goes for you, and I'm super curious to know whether or not you find it helpful for your studies. So for more AI learning videos, check out this playlist right here. I also have an AIC essay past paper walkthrough video, which you can watch, and the link to that is in the description below. If you're interested in learning more about how you can use AI to level up your studies, make sure you sign up to the early access form below, and I'll reach out with more details soon. As always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you found this video helpful in any way, so that you can encourage me to keep making these useful English Lit study videos for you in the future. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and switch on that bell notification so you never miss out on my future weekly videos. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!